I went to DreamCon and you will not believe what happened. I went to DreamCon for the first time recently, and not only did I enjoy my time and I was employed, I also spoken to a lot of extremely cute guys, and I am ready to spill the tea in this video. And also I just want to put in like my 2 cents about all of the drama regarding DreamCon and streamers, and tell y'all like my first impression of going to DreamCon for the first time in my life. So in this video I'm going to be talking about that and the misconceptions too. So if you are really interested in that, make sure that you sit down, grab your green tea or your Fiji water, a little snack, a little popcorn, because I got mine over there too, but it's not going to be a mukbang. And yeah, just stay tuned for the rest of the video. And by the way, my name is Tandis Charm. My real name is Tandis, and I love like making videos online, making music, singing, and stuff like that. And also I'm a blogger too. And if you want to check out my blog, the link will be in the YouTube description box below. My makeup was done with predominantly Temu makeup products, especially for like the eyes, the cheeks, the blush, and the lips. And if you're interested in Temu, make sure that you use this coupon code right here. Download the app, make a brand new account, and type that code in the search engine box below so that you can get a 30% off discount on your purchase on Temu, because you will not regret it. I be literally at home shopping like a billionaire with only $4 to my name. And that's the truth. And what else can I say? If you want to make passive income, join 5 surveys and superpay.me. Other than all of that, let's get into the tea. Oh my god! Oh my god! There are so many attractive guys there. There are so many attractive, really cutesy guys over there at DreamCon. It was just so amazing. But let's just get into the talking points, though. Let's just get into the talking points. So, everything was so spur of the moment. When it comes to me going to DreamCon, I was working in one of the booths, and I was serving drinks. And first of all, that alone, it just feels so good to have like a dip in my regular routine, because like I went from being unemployed, and like making myself busy. Like I pressed myself to like stay consistent with content. I just did the Quiet on the Creek dance challenge on TikTok, and if y'all don't know, now y'all know. Follow me on TikTok, because I be doing dance challenges and I try to get up on it. It's just that like, I'm just juggling life for the first time, like for real these days. Like, and, like I have my own little routine that I do with being unemployed and grinding and trying to get to interviews. Like I be having like, a little bit of money to my name. Like I be grinding on 5 surveys, literally. Like I'm promoting it, like, because I actually use it and superpay.me just so I can get to job interviews. And I have been getting the cold shoulder from most of these employers, and I have been making a point to apply 20 times a day, calling, following up after 7 to 12 days or like a week after, and I've been up on their butts, borrowing money, all of those things, and I have not got nothing. Like, like from the beginning of January, I have not got nothing. So it's just been like painfully like hard, and like all I can say is like, whew, it's just like about, I don't know, like the theme of like my life right now is like have faith and just stay disciplined. You know what I mean? It's like I really have been doing a good job with like keeping my morale up despite the hardship, because like, I have never cried racism in my life. Like I'm not even that type of person, but like I have had some experiences where it's like I would walk up in there and I would like call and be like, hey, I'm here for the interview, and then there'll be somebody else looking at me like, hey, you can't come in. And I'm like, why? And they said like, oh, I don't remember like scheduling this interview with you. The hiring manager is like busy. And then they start speaking a different language. So, and like really try to make it as painful as possible so that I can just get off, the phone. and I would just stay on, then I would get hung up on and waste my little $5 when I could have just went to the club, the party, the function, the festival. Like, I could have just caught a drink somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like it's kind of like weird, because it's like I'm just like trying to be okay with what's going on, and it's like, man, it's like I have to just like learn to just like have faith and just be okay, like, and that is like a skill. Like, I'm learning all these really important skills right now, like keeping your composure, basically the game of how you actually get in to things and stuff like that. Like, I'm learning it all at the ripe age of 25 years old, which is good, but I wish I could have learned it at 19, or I would have been in a different place by now. But anyway, that's what everybody say. I'm not regretful of nothing, but like, I have my own like routine. You know what I mean? And then like I was able to get in and work at a booth for 3 days, and it's like I went from being unemployed and kind of like living off of like my surveys and some of my affiliate marketing earnings, like only a little bit because I just got started on that, to like being employed and like going somewhere. And like I'm just really happy, because it's like, oh my God, like I was just praying to God. I was like, if you can just bless me with just going to as many events as I can go to this year, I would love that. I would love that, God, because I'm like I'm going to really get back on the grind. Like, I'm applying for more jobs, but I had to take a break because I had a breakdown. And it's like, what can you do? It's like when you have a breakdown, it just be a lot. But I was able to get in. I was employed for 3 days, and it felt so good. I worked for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at DreamCon at a booth, and oh my God, there was so many cute guys there. There were so many cute freaking guys there. And what happened was, it's like I was working, and like I was working hard. I was selling out the tumbler bottles that they were telling me to sell, and then also I was like, I had my drink. Well, not drink, but I had like my tray with all the drinks. So I was like just trying to get like, people to try the drink so that they can buy the tumbler bottle and stuff like that. And there was so many cute guys. There were so many cute guys. And like, I just had a good time. And by the way, I didn't actually dress in no cosplay. Like, I was just like dressed in regular clothes. Because I was working, you know what I mean? But I had a good time. And then like I was talking to a lot of people, because like they put me on the sales floor. But then like, I just want to like skip to like the good parts of me talking to different folks and stuff like that, and just share it with you. But first of all, I took a break. I was walking around checking out the whole DreamCon, and then like there was this guy, like he was like in this like friend group, and he looked like somber. You know what I mean? Like, he was tall, pale. He had like the floofy hair. He had red eye contacts on. And then like I just like, seeing him in the friend group. Like, I seen all his friends. I was like, okay. And like I'm trying to put my sexy on real quick so I can like demonstrate what I was doing. But like I seen him, and I just seen his friends, and it was like 3 other people, and then it was him, and like he's like the tall pale guy that looked like somber, my body isn't ready, I want you but the mirror won't let me, like, he was looking like somber, the archetype. He looked like the somber archetype. So I seen him, and I seen his friends, and so I just like looked at him, in his eyes. And then I was just like, oh, who are you cosplaying as? And then he said some character from Death Note. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I was like, are you enjoying like DreamCon? He said like, yeah. Like, I just like, seen him, and I just like picked him out of the group. And like everybody was just standing around, and this is the part where I bombed. Like, I bombed. And I'm so sad about it, because like I was just trying to like figure out, so how can I let this man know that I think he's cute. And would you like to exchange WhatsApps with me? Like, how can I do that? So on Friday, the thing is that I was working till 8 p.m. So with me, I was like, oh, I just say like, are you going to be doing anything after 8 p.m.? Why? Why would I say that? Because it sounds, young ho. I'm trying to hook up with you because you look like Saber type-ish. Like, no. Like, no, I was not trying to have that intention. It came out the wrong way. But I was just like, so, like, are you going to be doing anything after 8 p.m.? And then he said, like, no. And then, like, I was like, oh, okay. So I just, like, left. I was like, God damn it! Damn! And, it's whatever. Like, I was really graceful about it, but I did shoot my shot indirectly, to him. Because, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. But I did not mean to say it like, hey, do you want to have sex with me? Like, I did not mean to say it like that. I did not. And now I know what I could have said better, so, like, I know how to handle myself next time. But, like, I could have just said, like, oh, do you want to exchange, like, WhatsApps? Like, oh, do you have a Discord? I could have said that, because, all these nerds, they on Discord, you know what I mean? And I mean that in the most endearing way possible. But, like, yeah, he kind of, like, rejected me a little bit. Like, he just was like, no, and then, like, he just walked away. And I was like, oh, my God, and I just walked to, like, of course, if it doesn't work out, then you just, like, walk away, and you just, like, move around, talk to other guys. And then I talked to some, like, Indian man with really nice hair, and he was just, like, selling, stickers and stuff like that. It was a lot of people selling, like, stickers, slime, a lot of black businesses to support. It was really, really nice. And then there was karaoke too, and I filmed it too when I was on my break, I think on day 3, like on Sunday. Wait, day 3, 4, wait, it's day 2. Okay, yeah, just on Sunday, you know what I mean? And, yeah, but, like, he was ultra cute, and I'm always listening to Somber, like, my body isn't ready, I want you, but the mirror won't let me, I'm trying to be the person you're expecting, but I'm not ready, but I didn't actually mean to, like, I know, like, that was so random, right? But, like, I did not mean to, like, sound hookup-ish. I did not mean it to come out that way. But this is, like, my first time, like, really breaking out of my shell. Like, I have, did the whole approach thing before, but I have not done that in a while. And, like, the words just didn't come out the right way. But that's okay, because, there's many other, like, I have, like, so many more times that I can, like, try and just perfect my charm or whatever. And what else do I want to say? There was, like, this, oh my god, when I was when I was giving away free drinks, there was this black man. I made a couple TikToks about it. I was like, it's 6 in the morning. Like, it's 6:30 in the morning, and I'm still thinking about this black man's abs. I'm still thinking about this black man's six-pack. And then I said, it's 7 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still thinking about this man's six-pack. Because I was serving drinks, Again, let me try to, like, put my, neutral sexy on. And I'm just, like, serving drinks. And I'm like, hey, anybody want a drink? Free drinks. And, then there was, like, this really cute black man, dark brown skin. And he was dressed, like, as some samurai. He was wearing, like, white, and he had, like, Asian tattoos on his chest. And, we were just, like, chopping up, talking. I was like, oh, you like that flavor? Oh, try this one, too. And, we were, like, bantering a lot, flirting a lot. And, I couldn't help but to look at his chest. I just could not help it. Because I was just like, oh, wow. I mean, like, like, he's a real good looking. That's a real good looking black man. I was like, he looked like he should be a king. And then he had a really nice smile, too. White teeth? Oh, Oh, okay. Now I know where all of y'all are hanging out at. Now I know where all of the cute guys flock to. Here at DreamCon and probably other anime meetups. Even though sometimes, like I remember a long time I went on an anime meetup with somebody that I know and I was like, never again. But that's besides the point. You know, it's a new time, new era. But now I know where y'all flock to, and he was very handsome. I mean, very handsome. And he had like locks, and it was just like to hear. And he was very, very handsome. I was just like, I still could not stop thinking about him. I just could not. And I was like, like, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it on camera. But like, y'all know I'm a late bloomer. If you don't know, I am a late bloomer. All right. I grew up quite religious. And yeah, I've been like out of my shell for a minute now, but like still things are such like a process for me, especially with being in the house majority of the time, because it's like, if all you have is like $0, like what can you do? Like there's nothing more you can do. Like, especially when it's like either spend your last $3 on this interview, you know, and probably get rejected. Like, and I'm really not even pessimistic. I'm not even a pessimistic person, but it's just like, I just been getting nothing but rejection letters. Like every time like I wake up, like I spend the whole night like applying for jobs, and then in the morning I'm waking up to just email after email after email saying, sorry, we moved on to different candidates. Oh, we appreciate that you apply, maybe next time. So like I'm just kind of like used to that, and it's like, you know, I'm still trying to be a go-getter. So it's like, if I have like my last $3, take that $3 and go to an interview, because that just might be the job, even though it's been like hell. It's just been like freaking hell trying to get a job, no matter the hard work you do. And you know, sometimes like I rather would like to go out, but then it's like, you know, try to get a job, because I know that's like the next step that I need to do. Like I need to get a job. But you know, so much of my time, like I don't go out that much, because it's like, girl, you know, like I'm broke, you know. So I was just saying, like, the reason why I said that is because, like, you know, everything is so new to me, talking to guys, putting myself out there, especially like, you know, I made the video about like online dating, because that's going to come out before this video comes out. And like I just talked about everything and like knowing myself, and you know, I have like my little wine glass in my hand, and if y'all don't know, put that video in your watch later, because I just had such a good time talking. But it's just like a lot of things are new to me, and then it's like to approach guys or to not approach guys. Now I know like you shouldn't like literally walk up to somebody's table like, hey, I'm Candace, I'm single, are you? Like, no. But it's like, you know, I was like talking to someone, like I was talking to one of my family members, I don't know if I say it, but like, yeah, my little brother, but he's like, he's like 20, and he was just talking about like how, you know, most guys, especially at a really nerdy convention, they're really afraid of making women uncomfortable, and they're very scared of making women uncomfortable. And not only that, like if a guy sees you and you want to do an approach, like he wants to like make the first move and approach you, it's like if you reject him or like make a joke out of him, like ha ha ha, like, you know, or start cussing him out like ha ha ha, like, or something like that, not only, you know, is his ego crushed for that day, but he's also on stream, because all throughout DreamCon there was so many streamers. I'm so glad that I beat my face every morning, like, cause it's like everybody was streaming. I was on camera 24/7. So many people with cameras, with their little ring light, with their light attached to their ring, with their selfie stick and stuff like that, taking videos, dancing around, you know, everybody wrestling, like one person wrestling in that corner, but and then like another person's wrestling actually in like the match, like they're actually boxing and wrestling in the right, you know, area. So there was a lot going on. Um, and like my younger brother was like literally what I thought, like when I was talking to like my dream girl at like I think an after party, like he was talking about how she was like Egyptian or Indian or whatever, and he was saying like he was just grateful to God that he was able to even speak to her because he was like too afraid to ask and and saying like, hey, what's your name, hey, can we exchange whatsapps? And it's like, I would have not like shared this on this video, but like now that I talked about it and like got all vulnerable with my younger brother, because like I was like, hey, like if I literally ask him like, hey, is something wrong with me, and he says like, girl, you need to lose 40 pounds, like, hey, I asked for it. Like if he says that I gotta lose 40 pounds and like just change up what I'm doing, like so guys can approach you better, then like okay, like I can't even get mad at that. But he said like, no, it's not that. And especially with all the experiences that I've been having, with like putting myself out there and trying to like date using, dating apps and sometimes social media and like just literally going out and whenever I can. And my younger brother, he was like, men are so like they're scared of looking like a creep. So it's like, even if you're flirting and bantering and like, a good energy is happening, it's like he's afraid to just like ask because he's afraid that like maybe you're just being friendly, maybe you're just being polite. And I had that energy so much when I was at DreamCon. Like, and I'm not even trying to toot my horn, nothing like that. I'm just honestly being like real. Like this stuff could have just been in my diary. I could just like literally talk about just DreamCon, which I am and I will. I'm just like talking about me, like you're getting me and DreamCon and like then the experience. But yeah, I'm just talking about me for a second. But yeah, when I was there, it was like, I make good eye contact. I'm very confident in myself. Like, why shouldn't I not be confident in myself? Like, this is me. And it's like a lot of guys, like you would like expect, guys that like are very tall, these white men, these black men, these, everybody else in between. It's like, you're very tall and nice looking with nice teeth and nice hair. But, here I am serving drinks. I'm looking around. I'm just like doing my job. But also, hey, if I, banter a little bit and flirt with a really cute guy, like I can't help that. But I'm not just like on the prowl like that. I'm just saying like, hey, like I'm just like in the front and I'm just doing my thing. And I just noticed that like even though like these guys are like really really cute, like and stuff like that, I was like, I think my younger brother is onto something, because sometimes they kind of act kind of sheepish around me. Like they like me, but it's like, is she friendly? Like everything just made so much sense. So that's why I'm like, I'm used to like a certain type of traditional type of way. Like I come from a religious background, like I said, like, and then also my family, mostly women, were taught a certain way, especially when talking to guys, like don't ever make the first move, let him come to you, which I still believe in that. But then sometimes, like I noticed that like when you're out and about, sometimes men like they catch the signal, but then it's like they're sheepish because they don't know if you're just being friendly or whatever. Like I don't know, like I'm literally just figuring things out. And I know that like for other people, like maybe y'all are so much more experienced than me, and you probably are, like you probably went to clubs, have several thousand different boyfriends, or maybe 2 or 3, and like you just know how to do things. But I'm 25 and I can proudly say that I am a late bloomer. Like I don't understand these things. I don't understand why when you're talking to some guy, like sometimes they kind of just like feather away, and I'm like, well, poof, whatever. Like this is all a very new experience. Like I am, I guess you can say, still like innocence in that type of way, So that's why I was like, oh, so I guess I need to kind of make the first move, and then after that, like let the man be the man, and just like gauge and see like, oh, do we actually have a real connection? But Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, that part kind of like bothers me a little bit because it's like, am I doing something wrong? I'm not doing nothing wrong. And then I told him like my experiences on like dating apps and stuff like that, and they would say like, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's not because you need to lose 40 pounds. Because like I know I'm a little bit heavier. Like I've been eating a little bit more than usual, but like that's not the case. And like all I can say is that it's really good to have family members kind of like, you know, slap some sense into you and tell you what's really up so that you can like figure out your problem, even though like, you know, I believe in like, I believe like guys approach you, and then like I do get approached when I'm going out, but it's like not my type. It's like not the one that I want. Like, you like, it's just like not the type. Like I'm not even going to be mean about it, and I'm not actually talking about nobody. Like I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying like, just imagine somebody that's not your type approaching you, and it's like, okay, I'm just trying to get home, bro. Like I'm just trying to get home. I'm just trying to take the bus and get home. You know, I'm not in the mood for nobody, unless there's somebody. But yeah, that's just like a little tidbit about me. Like I still feel a little shy about, but it's whatever. And also, if y'all like tell me what are y'all thoughts about that whole thing, like let me know. I know like so many women are like, you know, you don't chase, you attract. I agree with that. But then also it's like when you read body language and it's like guys, they kind of like don't know if you're being friendly or polite or if you're actually interested. It's like you kind of have to just like be ready to be like a little rejected. Like, hey, if I'm getting rejected, like, you know, it's whatever. You know, like I'm literally like this, like, okay. And you wasn't all that in the first place. But I'm just going to like be classy about it and have grace and just move on. But it's so like confusing. But it was so much fun flirting with so many different cute guys, and there was like Malaysian guys there, half black, half Asian. Oh my god. Oh my god. And like all the light skins, all the Corbin blue looking light skins, they flock there. They flock at DreamCon, I see. You know, and some Asian folks too. I didn't see too many like really good looking Asian folks, but like, you know, it was mostly a black event for the most part, but it was like everybody there though. And what else can I say? Oh my god. There was this, I think you would call it like Somali or Sudanese looking tall black man. Tall. Just tall. Not just tall, but like he had a nice face, big curly hair. He looked like the type of guy that you would see off Google Images. Like when you actually search up like handsome Sudanese or handsome Somali guys. Like, you know, because I remember on like a forum, I was like seeing a bunch of women talk about guys over like from that land. Like he looked like he came from the promised land somewhere. And not only, you know, I was like, you know, making eye contact, being really nice and all of that. Giving him all the signals that he need. But not only just that, but he had like a brother or a cousin right there next to him. Okay? And he looked just as good looking and nice as, you know, nice eyes and everything. That was amazing. Like I enjoyed my time. Okay, and then it was another guy. Oh my god, just take me already. Just take me. I'm open. Like that's how I feel. But there was another guy, you know, at DreamCon. And he was like this tall white guy. And he looked like some nerdy superhero, really. Like he had a sharp jawline, glasses on, hair trimmed the right way. And you know, I was serving him a drink and letting him try all the flavors and stuff like that. And you know, I have to do my work then. Like I wasn't like just flirting and talking like nah. You know, serve a little drink. But then like when I was walking around, you know, I seen him again and I told him like, hey, we switched our drinks up. Would you like to try one? And then, like, you know, he tried one. Real cute. But he got real nervous when I was making eye contact with him. He got real nervous. Like, for real. And then I said, like, hey, you know, your costume was really nice. And, like, I hope saying costume isn't wrong. Like, I know sometimes people be like, it's cosplay, not costume. Like, sheesh, like, I haven't watched anime in like 15 years. Or 10 or 9, 8 years, probably. Yeah, since I was 14, really. So, y'all do the math. And he was really cute. He was just kind of like a little sheepish, really cutesy. Like, he was extremely cute. And I'm like, oh, so that's where all the Vinny Hacker looking types flock to. Oh, so this is where all the light skins and Malaysian guys flock to. Okay. Like, now I have something to work with. Now I actually know how it goes. Because, like, I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know. You know what I mean? But now, now that I know, hey, it is what it is. And then, like, what else can I say? Yeah, there was, like, some really cutesy guys up in there. Really, really cutesy. Real cute. And I enjoyed myself and bantering and flirting, signaling and talking to most of these really cutesy guys. And then what else? Like, I went like to like the lounge area where there was a DJ, and there was only a DJ for Friday and Saturday. Sunday was pretty chill, and they didn't have a DJ there. But like, one thing that I noticed when I was there, it's like, come on now, y'all, like, it's a party. And I noticed that, like, a lot of people was, like, on their phone like this, like on their phone. There were some guys, like, just, like, looking on their phone. And I'm like, is this for real? Like, is this for real? Like, whatever grievances and problems we have as a community, like, y'all need to let that go and, like, you know, help a brother out in this case. Like, in this case of all cases, like, he's DJing. He's just trying to make everybody, like, you know, get down for the get down. Like, come on now. Like, what's going on? And, like, everybody's just, like, so smug and just, like, on their phone and all of that. And I'm just, like, looking like me, bubbly and approachable and all of that. And I was just, like, just enjoying my time and sitting down on the couch. Also, they were giving away free McDonald's fries. So I was able to get me some free fries. And I was like, yeah, I got me some fries. Like, I was just, like, getting a little ratchet, you know what I mean? And I was having a good time. Like, I was, like, a little ratchet, just a little bit. But, yeah, I was just, like, sitting down. And I was just like, why isn't nobody, like, hyping this man up, giving this man his clap? Because, like, it was a decent set list. Like, he put a bunch of rap songs on, and, like, nobody was really dancing or nothing like that. And then I seen, like, the guy, he was kind of, like, you know, DJing, like, to the ground. Because, like, I can only imagine how it's, like, everybody's, like, looking like this. Everybody's on their phone like this. Or like this. Like, you know, holding their phone, looking up, scrolling on probably TikTok, looking around. And I'm like, come on now. So I was just like, you know, I'm used to just like being myself. Anywhere I go, I am myself. And like, I don't care if somebody don't understand my vibe or not. Like, I just am who I am. So like, I'm just like enjoying my French fries. And I'm dancing with my French fries. Hey. So I was like dancing in my seat and stuff like that. Just enjoying my French fries, dipping in my barbecue sauce, feeling good because I got me some free French fries. And plus, you know, again, I'm, you know, squad diddly broke right now. Like, yes, thank you, free lunch. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't get no burger, but it was only like some French fries they were giving away. And I think it was something else. No, French fries and nuggets. But, you know, I don't eat meat, so I just, so I just ate the French fries. And I was like dancing, hey, 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 hey. Hey, oh, hey. Like, I was like dancing, you know, in my seat. Like, I don't care who's looking at me. You know, I am unapologetically Candace out here. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I noticed like he felt a little happier because like, oh my God, like nobody, it was dancing. Like everybody looked like, you know, like I want to be like, there should be like tumbleweeds like on the ground, like, whoo. Cause it's like, what's going on? Like, it was like a ghost town. Like, everybody is just so like not ghostly, but just like. And you know, when I was actually searching on TikTok, like, about DreamCon, just seeing what everybody else is saying, trying to DM a couple of people, telling them about like how amazing their costume was. There was a couple people that were saying that some people did go to DreamCon very depressed. Some people were depressed because they didn't have friends or a friend group that they were able to join or get into or already have that wanted to go to DreamCon. And I could tell when I was sitting at the booth, like not booth, but like sitting at like the red couch with the lights and the DJ. I could tell because it's like, what are y'all doing? Like, you know, it's like you can't make people get up and dance or nothing like that. But it's like everybody is like this. Like, wow. And I feel better about myself because I'm like, I guess I really do have good social, you know, socializing skills and stuff like that. But anyway, I was just like doing my thing on the sea. But like, I still want to talk really quickly about like the whole depression thing because like I could just tell that some people were just like smug. Some people just came just to see what was going on, like how ratchet y'all acting. Like, bye. Like, bye. This is a good time. I'm about to have a good old time on my break. You know what I mean? Because there were some people, like, just there. And, like, you know, when I was dancing with, like, the group of girls, you know, we was, like, listening to rap music and stuff like that. You know, it was, like, some other, like, people like looking like, oh, okay, like, but actually by that time a lot of people were dancing because it's like I kind of like broke the ice. There was this other woman, like, she was not dressed up like an anime character, but she was just like there sitting on the couch just watching everything, like looking judgmental. And bye, like, girl, judgmental who? You like, I don't care about nobody. I don't care about nobody like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love everybody, but I don't care about like anybody's opinions and all that. So anyway, it was a ghost town. Nobody was doing nothing until like I was like dancing, like just enjoying my time sitting in the couch, and then like the DJ felt a little bit relieved because it's like, oh my God, somebody is trying to be the hype. Like, cause like, come on now, like, come on now. Like, us as a black community, we do need to get a little bit better about that. It's like, whatever that we got against each other, like, come on, like, when there's somebody, like, doing music, like, don't, like, just leave a brother out in the dust like that. Like, just don't leave a brother out in, like, the freaking dust. So, like, when I danced a little bit, and then I got up, and then I was dancing, there was, like, some more people want to join in. And it's kind of like when you kind of break that ice and you just be unapologetically yourself, it's like, it's kind of like infectious, I guess you can say. And then more people were dancing, and, like, they were twerking, but I was be doing the kizomba, you know what I mean? I was like, don't. But like, I was not doing no twerking per se, because like, you know, I kept it low medium ratchet, you know what I mean? But I was doing more of the kizomba or the goyad, you know, like whatever dance that's called, that Haitian people be doing sometimes, and it was like to rap music, and you know, that did a little bit of hip angulations, because you know I've been belly dancing since I was like 16. Yeah, but I was just like enjoying myself, and then I also have my purse on my shoulder, and you know, it's like you can't do too much dancing, and then it's like I want to watch my purse, obviously, because hey, like, this ain't like no Disney World. Even in Disney World, like, watch your purse. So I was like doing a little 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, you know, like I already kind of like teased that on my TikTok, you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, when I broke the ice, other women came in and like we were dancing. Then they were hyping me up, and they were like, oh, because I was like hitting my moves. Hey. I was hitting my moves, and they were like hyping me up, and they're like, oh, and then, you know, all I can say is that the guys was really, really respectful, like a really respectful crowd, more than I'm used to, you know, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit more respectful. And then it's like, they want to like do a little dance, but like they're dancing with themselves, and then they're like sitting down, like they're just kind of letting the women just have it, and that's cool. And then there was like this alt black rock star guy, and then he was like singing a song, and I was like just in a good, just high vibrational mood, really. Like my vibration was very high that day. Like anxious the whole time, because like I'm feeling just grateful. Like I'm employed, man. I'm employed for 3 days, man. I'm gonna give me a check. I don't have to grind those surveys. You know what I mean, man? That's how I felt. And plus I was like just happy, just like to take all those photos like took that I've been like slowly rolling out on YouTube and like all and also on all my other social medias. But he was singing some song, and then like we went from like twerking, getting a little ratchet, getting low, and then to like doing rockstar girlfriend dance moves, and then like we were like partying, dancing, and he was talking, like I don't know what he was saying, but like he was like something about like his lyrics. I was like, what? Huh? And then I was like, I don't want no nonchalant man. So I was like, just like really engaging him, and standing up, playing around. Cause like, no, hype a dude up. Like, come on now. Like, push everything aside, y'all. Like, I'm just like still looking around. Like, some people are literally just like sitting down. Like, there's so many freaking cartoon characters and anime characters walking around this whole place. What is going on? But I know a lot of people is going through all types of battles, and even me too. But but I know how to like put it aside and turn up though. That's just like one thing about me. But yeah, he was like singing his song, and I was like dancing, and I was like playing with my hair, and then like everybody else started dancing too, and then like he had the hype, like we hyped that man up, and I think he was laughing at me, but that's I digress about that. And honestly, I told myself that I would like react to the video, but like, nah, like I don't think I'm going to. But I know that I've been on so many people's streams, like, for the past 3 days of DreamCon. Like when I tell you that it is a bit like a streamer's event, like I know it's like an anime event and gaming and free games to play and stuff like that, but there like is so many cameras. Like, if you look busted, like hell, like, hey, you on camera. I just want to let you know. And I know that might turn off some people, but it's like, that's kind of just like a part of the culture right now, especially in the black community. It's like streaming and streamers is like the thing right now. So a lot of them flock there. I didn't get to like meet any like YouTubers like that, because like I was like focused on like doing my job, and yeah, I was like just enjoying it for what it was. But like, yeah, I enjoyed like dancing with that black alt rock star, and like yeah, I was like, oh cool, I'm dancing with the rock star and stuff, and I got his attention and stuff. So that was super fun. And then I just like ran back and like went to the bathroom, and then like I went back to working. And one thing about that George R. Brown Convention Center, like it is a beast. Like I'm so happy that like I've been trying to exercise just a little bit. Like I may be eating crazy, but like I've been exercising a little bit, because you have to walk up and down like a flight of stairs just to get to the girls' bathroom and the boys' bathroom, because the bathroom is right like downstairs, or you can just like walk straight real long just to get to the bathroom. And it's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. And I was like, whew, I'm getting my steps in today. But at least I felt better about eating like some junk food at home, like some chips and all that, because yeah. But I had an amazing time, and then people were doing like karaoke, and I didn't do karaoke. I was like more witnessing it and just seeing what was going on, filming, because like heck, this like my first time like going to DreamCon and stuff like that, and I just had like an amazing time, high vibrations all around. It was just like a really fun time. And yeah, but the girls that I was talking to, like, they were so incredibly like sweet and down to earth, and we were just like having fun, like, we got a little ratchet, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just had like such a great time. It was a really good like feeling, because like I haven't had like a black get together like that, that's not, like so proper and like usually like, I used to go to get-togethers that were like proper and religious, but I haven't had like a black, hood, not like hood, like it wasn't like no ghetto function, like it was not like that. Like it was a really nice, well put together function. They had security, they had the National Guard there, they were just like visiting and stuff like that, and it was just like fun, just enjoying the time and like dancing and just having so much fun. Like I just haven't had like fun like that, being hyped up by people and just like doing stuff like that in a while. And like I enjoyed myself at the FIFA Fan Festival, but like all I can say is that the jealousy amongst the Latina women was crazy over there. And then they start dancing too. And they all, like, they didn't want to say it, but, like, I almost had the feeling they just didn't want me to dance, period. Because it's like, why are you getting all the attention? Like, I'm just enjoying my time. I barely even go out in the first place. So it was just, like, nice just, like, being out and stuff like that. And then when the Black rock star got done with his song, I was like, hashtag Black Boy Joy! And then everyone was like, yeah, hashtag Black Boy Joy! Even though he's a man, but I'm just saying, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey! Hashtag Black Boy Joy this bit. You know what I mean? Support somebody. Support somebody while they on the come up. Period. I feel like it's a big misconception. It's just like the internet just being the internet. Like when people like kind of say, like, I guess you can say passive aggressive stuff. Like saying that, oh, this looks like a funky convention. Like, ooh, they smell bad. Ooh, y'all funky. Now, this is my first convention that I ever went to. Like, my first DreamCon convention. That's what I really meant to say. And nobody was smelly. And, I would smell like lemon pound cake and all of that. But people had, like I smelled like some cologne. I smelled like, normal scents. But all I can say is that with the guys that were really sweaty, that were doing wrestling, like, they didn't smell bad, but, like, they were literally wrestling. And then there were some people, like, literally, like in the referee match, like, literally wrestling with each other. So, like, they got a little sweaty, you know what I mean? But, it was okay. It was okay. And I just feel like, it's like, I'm just, like, used to seeing that kind of stuff on the internet, because, like, I am, like, I'm not chronically online, but, like, I used to be really chronically online. It's just, like, I'm used to people on the internet just saying, like, half racist stuff like that sometimes, because like sometimes people like make up all these assumptions about black people. It's like whatever. And I didn't even realize that there was like some racist Frieza, because like the racist Frieza actually passed by me, and I thought his cosplay looked so nice, and I wanted to take a picture, but I'm glad I didn't, because it's like, ugh, like you're just going around calling people, monkey and all that, like, and I'm happy I just avoided that. That was a moment of like, I guess you could say God protecting me or whatever, because it's like, why take a picture with you anyway? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you're here? Like, why are you even here when this is really a space for black cosplayers and black alternative people and black people that don't fit in the box of what people think black people should be? Like, this is the function for that. And it's like, you're just here trying to like mess up the vibe. Okay. And it's just like, I know a lot of people were saying, like, they should, like, fight and cuss somebody out, and I do not agree with that. I do not agree with fighting and cussing somebody out. We should, like, literally kick this man out. Kick him out. And, like, get the police involved so that he can, like, leave people alone, and stop calling people, like, monkeys and whatnot, And that's like my stance on that whole thing that happened. It's just that I had no idea, and he literally passed me by like twice. He didn't call me a monkey though. That's all I can say. Also, when they were playing like that song, I think it's from the show Power. Like the song, like the show that 50 Cent made, and it goes something like legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. Like when that song was on, I was like, legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. Like I was like enjoying my time. I was just like enjoying my freaking self. So there have been a couple of people talking about DreamCon online, and like I am a little bit annoyed about it because it's like, were you even there to witness everything, or are you just making something up just to get clicks and views because it's popular right now? And I just want to address the whole DreamCon, CreamCon thing. Okay. So some person said that they were like dancing and doing a choreography, and then there was like a bunch of guys like just watching. Now I wasn't there to see that. I didn't see that going down. Okay, that's a little bit wild. But the DreamCon, CreamCon accusations, as somebody that did walk around and like was at DreamCon and stuff like that, I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was like no CreamCon, but maybe if like you went to the after parties, it might be a different story. You know, if you were to come here with children, I would say that, like, I would say give your children like a day pass, let them dress up, let them take pictures with characters and buy what they want, and then like just monitor them, don't let them go crazy. And then like after you take them home, like you can spend the rest of your DreamCon days like with yourself and with other adults, so that you can just like be like yourself and stuff like that. I don't think it was like some event that was so incredibly dirty, so to the point where you can call it CreamCon. I do know that like some people were doing some things like that. Like I heard that, but like I didn't see everything. And like I did walk around the whole like building, the whole like George R. Brown, you know. And I do know there was like some YouTube streamer session like upstairs, but I didn't have a ticket, and you need like a special badge or ticket for it, so like I didn't get to see that. Maybe something was going down over there. But as a first time goer, like, did some people get a little Zeus World with it? Maybe, because like when I was on my break and then like I returned back to my booth, my boss was saying that there was like this plus size woman in a cosplay, and then she got pummeled by this guy, by this big like guy, muscle guy or whatever like that, on the ground, and they were just like acting all wild and crazy. And he was saying that you missed it. And I was like, oh my God. And like, so some people were trying to give Zeus World hell. That I get a little Zeus World? Like, first of all, I'm a very classy black woman, you know what I mean? But I just enjoyed myself. I just danced and did me, you know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I be doing. I just was myself. I just was Candace. And yes, I did a little twerking. Like I did a little kazumba. I feel like kazumba's a little bit more classier than twerking. But then I did some twerking. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We at the function. Like I can't be myself. And this is like me. Like I just can't like be my freaking self. So yeah, but I feel like I don't really agree with the whole CreamCon thing. I do know people were doing uppies. I didn't get an uppie. You know, because I'm just like looking around like, uppie? I don't know this dude, you know. Maybe next time. But like I do know that a lot of people did get uppies and stuff like that. Like, which is when a guy like just, you know, lifts you up and just do it. And then like I heard that some guys got mad because it's like, why won't you let me give you an uppie? And they're like, no. But there was a lot of people dressed in like revealing cosplay, but in their defense, like a lot of the characters that they're dressing up as, whether it's anime or cartoon, are like literally, you know, dressed up scantily clad. I remember a long time ago I played this game called Tatsunoko versus Capcom, and there was a lot of characters that was like, you know, sexually suggestive and stuff like that, and like showing so much of their hips and body. It's like the characters are dressed that way, you know, and it's like you can't be like, oh, they're just advertising their OF. Like, no, that's their character. That's their character. And I feel like this is just like one of those times where, you know, the internet is doing what the internet does best, like just be racist and hide under cartoon profiles and just like start a bunch of misconceptions about a bunch of stuff and just, you know, try to run away with something while being like incorrect. You know what I mean? It's just like I've noticed it all the time. I had to like learn to be okay with that, because even as a influencer and content creator, like if you let this stuff, like when people say like microaggressive comments, when people say something kind of backhanded, when people are kind of shady or flat out racist, or they kind of like say something like, oh, you're the good kind, or like something like that, you know, it's just kind of like how some people are. And, you know, everybody have their own ways of handling it. But when it comes to the internet, like specifically, like the World Wide Web, like people spreading misconceptions and just like trying to ruin the vibe and make it out to be something way like crazy or freaked out and crazy, like that's just like them. Like it's just really typical for a bunch of people to try to do that so that they can grow their own social medias too. You know, it's hard out here. Like I need views too. I want to pay some bills too. Bad out here. And also another thing that I want to say, I was thinking about like how, you know, in the black community, like immediately if you're a black man and you're putting on makeup, you know, polishing your nails and looking like some character out of an anime or looking like something, immediately people are going to say that you're freaked out or freaky or you're gay or bi or something like that. And it's like you have no leeway to be eccentric. So it's like it's very easy for people to just like pick on DreamCon and all the people that was there and call it like CreamCon and try to like make it out to be something crazier and stuff like that. Now, were there people that were like that? Yes, they were, but majority of the con, like, it was very, like, you know, I guess you can say teen friendly, like 17 to 16 and up friendly. Like, I would say that, you know, if you let your teenagers watch, like, certain movies, like, I was about to say, like, R-rated movies, but, like, no, it wasn't, like, rated R around everywhere. Like, it wasn't, like, totally rated R, but, like, I'm just saying, like, it was, like, a decent time. It was a decent time. People dressed up really revealing, you know, some people not, depending on their anime character and cartoon character. And then it was just, like, some regular people just, like, dressed up in their cute dresses, hair tied up, because it's like, girl, have you seen all the cute guys that, like, are roaming around here? The Malaysian guys, the light-skinned guys with big Corbin blue hair? Like, have you seen it? You know, so there's like regular people like me and, you know, people that I've seen that were just like dressed and just like attending for fun. And yeah, but I feel like, yeah, like there's no leeway for black men to be eccentric without being called freaked out, freaky, weird, or people questioning your sexuality. Like there's no leeway. And this is like the place to actually just be yourself. And people are not used to that. And, you know, I noticed that because there was a lot of people that was on their phone. Oh, my God. I hate when my phone... Like, this phone literally has so many bugs on here, and it literally pulled up a really naughty site. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but I noticed that there were some people that was, like, just looking at you. Like, just looking at me. And look, and just keep on looking. Keep on looking, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I just noticed that like probably some people were depressed, and like as a person that like virtually went alone, like I didn't actually go alone, but like I went with some people, but they were also working in different areas of DreamCon too, so I was virtually alone, like walking around doing my thing. I had a good time. You know, I'm very approachable, very bubbly, very like, you know, in my own world, you know. dancing around, having fun, being myself. And like I had a good time. I wasn't like so depressed like, man, look at everybody with their friend groups, man. Like I wasn't like that. Even though like I'm very threatened to join a group chat with people that might go to DreamCon next year, cuz like I might be able to go again. I might be able to go. So that would be nice, like, you know, to meet new people and like put myself out there and stuff. Like, you know, platonically, and like, hey, you never know, like if things go a different way and stuff. But yeah, like those are my thoughts about like the whole DreamCon CreamCon thing. Overall, I really do think that DreamCon is an amazing like convention for Black creatives and small businesses or big businesses to come together and like make profit and just honestly vibe, because there's like a lot of things happening. People call it overstimulating. Like, hey, if that's not your thing, maybe it's not, but for me, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed putting myself in, you know, the scene, you know, being in the front, being seen, you know, by all these extremely cute nerd guys. And yeah, like I had like such an amazing time. And like I feel like the most annoying thing that I've seen so far, like after attending DreamCon, is seeing so many people talk about DreamCon and they didn't even go. They didn't even go to DreamCon. You didn't even attend. And especially some creators that like I kind of loosely be seeing on TikTok that's just like talking out the side of your mouth, but you did not even attend to really see for yourself. You know, and I'm not gonna name names because I'm not like about that smoke. Like I am not, you know, about that life and whatnot. But I had a good time, and there was a lot of like younger people there too. So like 17, 18 looking people. So I feel like it was a good time, a good convention. And you know, my first DreamCon was pretty fun, and I hope that I'd be able to go again. And also, y'all, Leon Thomas and Issa Rae was there, so that was a vibe. But anyways, this was my experience when it comes to DreamCon, my first time going there, my thoughts about everything, and also me addressing the misconceptions and the cute guys at DreamCon too. And I just like enjoyed myself, and I hope that like I go next time. And like, I don't know, I just like, you know, put myself out there, keep talking to different guys and stuff. And also, there was like this speed dating thing, but I missed that. Like, I couldn't actually do that because I was working in a booth, so yeah. And I didn't like know the schedule all the way. Like, you know, being like at DreamCon and working at my booth, it was kind of like spare the moment a little bit. Like, I was, like, blessed. You know what I mean? Just literally blessed. But I enjoyed myself so much. And if you enjoyed this video and you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. Wow, are we besties now? But, you know, I'm just playing. But, yeah, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to, my Substack newsletter, because I have lots of amazing blog articles and special exclusive content there, some podcast episodes there, and yeah. Also, this is my co-host Ringo, but he is asleep and he's like next to my keyboard and whatnot. And I forgot to introduce him, you know, in the beginning of this video, but nonetheless, it is what it is. But I enjoyed my time. Like, you know, man, I kind of just felt like singing like Orlando Brown, like after I left. Like, I was still on that high. I was still on that DreamCon high. Like, some of y'all have, you know, DreamCon depression. And like, did I kind of feel a little sad? Yes. A little bit. A little bit. But I was like, more like grateful. And I was even able to, you know, have another good turn up. I had another good turn up because I was just praying. I'm like, if I'm not going to be employed, please, God, just invite me to as many parties and festivals that I can go to. Please, because I just like, I can't do this. I just want to like keep going out, and like, I wish I could, but like, we at home. Okay, we are at home, sadly. And that's it for this video. I could just go on and on and on about my personal problems, but I'm pretty sure this video is already long enough. So, bye!